Okay.
Welcome to episode 3, The Backrooms by the Down in Front podcast. Today,
We're joined by Brian again.
joined by Brian.
I'm
Woo!
here.
He's back. Yay, I guess.
All right. Well, I feel woke.
All right, we just saw Backrooms.
So much to talk about, actually.
Yeah, we gotta
I'm back.
open this actually, informing you of the whole
What
debacle that we
Yeah.
just went through.
There, I didn't go and see it with them this time. I went yesterday with my girlfriend, and there was this whole spiel about how you're going to ruin the podcast, and we're falling apart, and like I was going to get kicked out of the apartment. But it was just like I wanted to see it with my girlfriend. I promised her I would. And
Well, I mean, that's not
Well,
off the table. You still might.
Yeah, I
get
still
kicked out of
think
your
you
apartment.
might be getting thrown out of here.
But,
but
it's
paying
okay.
rent.
It's okay. Well, you know,
well,
it doesn't really matter.
Oh.
Okay, so we sit down for this movie instantly, and what's crazy is I didn't notice it during the previews.
I didn't either.
It was like during the previews everything was fine, and then as soon as the theater goes black and everything starts getting rolling, you hear a full blown conversation going on like 3 rows behind us.
like
on
bad-
speakerphone.
On speakerphone.
Yeah.
What?
And this goes on for about probably 15 minutes,
Yeah.
20 maybe. And finally, I'm not gonna lie, I turned around and I told this group of kids to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then it
And they
took,
murmured, they're like, you go do shit about it.
yeah, right. It took like maybe another
Oh,
5 minutes before someone else, in the same row as them was like,
Let's take this outside.
we'll take this outside. Like, yeah. So then a couple of these kids like stand up and walk out of the theater, and I'm like, okay, good,
It's
it's over.
Right?
2 minutes later, they walk
Walk
back
back in, and we're like, oh my fuck.
Oh, still on the phone. And he's like standing in the front, like where you walk in, just on the phone. Then this guy in the front, like, I swear to God, if he's not a voice actor, he needs to. But he's like, it's a movie! Shut the fuck up! Like, he's pissed.
Dude, he's the real life version of, like, you know, the logo for our show.
Yeah.
Down the front!
Literally.
That's the real life
Literally.
version.
Should have got them on.
And then, like, a bunch of different people started telling him to shut the fuck up. And then they're, like, walking back and forth. He's like, bro, nobody's talking to you. I'm like, everyone's talking to you. Shut up!
So then, yeah, it was actually before that happened. They had, like, kept talking. Me and Jacob both stood up. I walked out. I was like, I'm about to tell somebody they gotta come deal with this before somebody kicks this fucking kid's ass.
Because they were like, what, like fucking
They're
12-year-olds?
They were probably like 16.
So this is
Teenagers.
the first,
Yeah.
the first
like
like
kids.
quarter of the movie.
Yeah.
was just these
Yeah.
people talking.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It was during all of the exposition was
Yeah.
this going on.
I was very
So
confused.
I didn't really know what was going on.
I was paying close enough attention,
Yeah.
but
But yeah.
It
I
was-
got bits and pieces of it.
But then the people that worked at the theater came in and like started getting them out, and they're at the front trying to be like, they're all cussing us out, look. And then the dude in the front was like, get the fuck out! It was so and then we just yelled at him to be quiet. So me and Brian are trying not to laugh. We're like,
But yeah, then they ended up comping our tickets.
That's
Which
great.
was cool.
Yeah.
You know.
It's really cool, especially because I got you guys free tickets, and now you guys got another free ticket.
That's what I said. I was like, we'll just keep getting the free tickets, and then one of us will cause a scene and get the whole theater comped.
It's a free rotation.
But yeah, all of this to say, follow fucking theater etiquette, man.
I know.
Like, it
Yeah.
drives me nuts that, like, you're gonna sit there in this room where everybody has collectively paid for the same fucking thing, and you're gonna talk on the phone.
Part
Like,
of me thinks that's because of the Minecraft movie incident. You know, like
yeah,
all of that kind of killed the movie-going experience a little
I
bit.
was with it being the Backrooms because I know that's like a brain rot thing now. I was shocked that they didn't have some shtick for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't-
I think a lot of it is just like kids just thinking they can do whatever the fuck they want. with
Yeah.
no
This was
repercussions.
unrelated to the movie. This was just they
Yeah.
were
Still, I do
talking
think
on their phone and
I think it comes
You're not
from the
supposed
Minecraft movie thing because it gave kids the outlet to be insane during a movie,
Well, I think
and then they
so.
never really learned.
I mean, no, they
Yeah.
did. There was backlash after that.
I
There was
think the
theaters that
Minecraft movie
they were like,
thing
you
was-
can't do that.
I think the Minecraft movie thing was just kind of like a glimpse into like, this is how bad this can really get.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like, but I mean, to be fair, I don't know. I thought the Minecraft movie stuff was hilarious.
I thought it was a little
So,
funny, but it was also kind of annoying.
Yeah, it definitely was.
That definitely wasn't a film that people were like
No,
watching.
it's
in the
not
theater
like-
going,
Right.
Oh, this
It's
is
not like I was.
masterpiece."
It's
Yeah.
not like I was going into the Minecraft movie like, yeah, this.
Well,
is
and
about
it
to be-
also kind of turned into like, I feel like a lot of people were going just
Oh,
for
that.
that.
100%.
Like,
And now they're making a
It
sequel.
was memeable. It was
Minecraft Squared or
Yeah.
something.
But let this be
Which is fine.
a little
Oh my God.
PSA. Not that like everybody watches this or anything. If you go to a movie theater and you're talking on your phone on speaker, fuck you.
Yeah.
Everyone
For
hates
real.
you, and they all want you to leave.
Yeah, you
So
were the.
just don't even
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And we will vocalize
Yeah.
it, and we will.
We didn't
Yeah.
pay for our
And as
tickets,
you're walking out of
but
the theater, I
some
will
people
go.
do. Some
And I
people do
hope you see
pay,
me over the dark.
and when they pay, they want to go and watch the movie. So don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Um.
But now that we got that squared away,
Yeah. Let's see the ratings.
Okay.
Speaking of.
we hopping into Letterboxd.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't done mine yet, but I'm gonna do.
I don't
mine
have
after.
Beau, as always, you're going first.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.5. I didn't hate it. I wouldn't say by any means, but I definitely didn't love it either. I put something in my review along the lines like it feels like the movie was kind of more so like a showcase of like really impressive set design than it was anything else. Like I didn't love the characters.
I don't know that I agree with that.
Yeah,
I don't know that I agree with
Boy, let him get it.
Yeah, but
let us all get our reviews out. Then
No, I mean, I didn't love the characters. I thought the dialogue was kind of shit, honestly. Like, there were multiple times where it kind of just made me, like, roll my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
I recognize that, like, I'm probably not the target audience for this movie because I didn't watch, like, any of the
I was,
YouTube
a
stuff.
little bit.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen clips and stuff.
But then, like, even stuff with, like, the monster design,
Not
like, that shit was goofy, honestly. Like, I thought it was kind of just funny. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think it was scary at all.
Yeah.
But all of that to say, like, I do think that the set design was really cool. And, like, they were able to kind of convince me in the moment that, like, yeah, this is, like, an endless maze of, like,
Yeah.
you know, liminal spaces or whatever. Like, it was cool. That part was cool. They didn't really do enough with anything else, in my opinion, to, like, bring it all together.
All right. Okay, for me,
So 2.5.
I'm giving it a 1. Not a single moment in that movie where I was like, they're doing something interesting here. No, I was like, this is kind of bland. Nothing happens. The whole movie, it was kind of like a build up to something more interesting. They introduce the scientist dude, and you see him on the monitor.
Yep.
And nothing comes from that.
Yeah, all they say is that they were building MRIs.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how do you get from building an MRI to...
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, they didn't make any
it's
sense.
like there was like another hour of the movie that to still go that never came.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting there the entire time, not scared. The guy in front of me though, when I saw, he was stressed out. Like literally, he was like, he's like, come on. I was like, it was taking me out a little bit.
Maybe he'd been there and he was like watching.
He was like on
It's
the
all real.
like a little bit of spoilers, but like on the scene when like she's like going up the stairs or whatever, he's like, it's like, we can. He's like, his little brother's right next to him. He's like, his little brother's next to me. He's like, we gotta go. Come on, dude. Like, come on. This is really
Big scary pirate's gonna get her.
And it was like I was sitting there laughing, like when he bit, like when
Yeah.
when the
guy's neck.
captain, like when the big pirate dude bites Clark. I was like, dude, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
On that scene where she's going up the stairs to the little hatch, she was not nearly terrified enough as you would
She
be in
was
that
like scared the
situation.
whole time.
She's like,
Yeah.
She was kind of like,
Also, with
reaches
the,
to the doorknob.
remember when she hurt her leg? There was a couple of times where it's almost like she forgot she hurt her leg,
Yeah.
and she just was back to normal.
but yeah, no, I watched it, and I was waiting for more, and I don't think the Backrooms. Beau said in a previous podcast, it's infinite. That's what makes it scary. They did nothing with it. They made it boring. There was nothing going on.
Yeah.
The thing about it is anything could happen, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
But that kind of leads me into my review. I think that maybe is kind of the point. Because, so I'm going to give the movie out of 5 stars, I will give it 2.5. And the reason is, it's like, it wasn't my favorite movie, wasn't even in my top 10.
Okay.
Right? But it was very interesting. It piqued my interest. And I think that, like, the Backrooms, I'm sort of familiar with the Backrooms from online. I've seen clips of it. It kind of seems like it's just eerie and there's no rhyme or reason to it. Which is not unlike how the movie went. There wasn't really, like, a theme or any, like, thing that you could, like, grab onto and be like, oh, maybe it'll go this way. You kind of didn't know what was going to happen. And I think that they did that purposefully. Now, I will say, at the end, with the doctor and the MRI shit, that I was like, what the fuck is that? This ending is kind of horseshit. But I think that it kind of captured what it was trying to capture.
I for real would have preferred, like I agree with a lot of what you just said. Like, I do think that, like, a lot of the point of, like, the mythos and, like, the eeriness of the Backrooms is that it is just, like, this infinite expanse that nobody understands, nobody knows anything about. That's, like, what makes it interesting, is it's, like,
Yeah.
the mysteriousness of it. I would have rathered, don't give me a monster then.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to put this fucking stupid looking thing in here that's, like,
creepy at all.
not creepy at all? All of a sudden, now there is, like, something
And
that's, like...
it's like this big build up.
And if
what
everybody
is
can
it?
go in there, why was the monster only connected to the one character's psyche?
But it wasn't just him. It was anybody who's been in there.
No.
Right,
the
but
big
it was
thing that
him.
came after people.
Yeah, it was him. Like, I agree. That's weird. Like,
Well, I think
Was
the
it just
idea-
because it was...
Well, I think the idea is he's a flawed person who has anger tendencies. So his version of the Backrooms, or like his clone from the Backrooms, the messed up part is that it's tall and crazy, but it's also
Right, but
he's
so
an
why-
angry person, so he's going to be more angry, more aggressive. I saw a thing where it was like, that's why he doesn't attack him, because it's never his fault. But then once he realizes in the room, in the scene with her, that it is his fault, that's when he gets attacked by himself.
see, that's just so fucking stupid.
Exactly, I
Like,
agree. It's
that's
dumb.
just dumb.
I agree, it's dumb.
And, like, how come, like, what would have been kind of cool is, like, you know how throughout the whole movie you keep seeing, like, flashbacks to the psychiatrist's childhood and like, her mom was crazy and shit. How come she doesn't see her mom?
In the Backrooms?
Yeah, like, how come her monster isn't her mom?
Yeah,
That's, like, her trauma. That's, like, her monster, her ghost.
Maybe if she
whatever.
would have spent more time in there like Clark did.
But does she
would have
blame
found
it on it? But she also
Because if you remember, Clark just started seeing random people in there. He didn't see it
well,
himself.
those
at
are
first.
people that have probably been in the Backrooms. That's my
No. Because remember, he said they're copies of people that exist in the real world.
Yeah, but maybe they were real people who somehow got into the Backrooms too.
Maybe, but I thought that the Backrooms were just like a strange copy of the outside world. Like he was saying, it's like you describe a dog to someone that's never seen a dog and ask them to draw it.
Yeah.
It's almost like every person has their clone in there, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe it is just whoever goes in there.
I thought it was whoever goes in there. Like, I thought it takes a piece of your mind, because then you see the apartments from where the two people lived, and you see her
The
house.
destruction.
Yeah, you
from
see
the-
his store,
maybe it is.
and you see like the places where they like are the most.
Like, it's like
who
the
they are.
Backrooms only knows what it knows.
Yeah.
So, like, it can't, like, tell you the future or anything.
But also, if they made the Backrooms version of that guy like really big and angry because that's how he was,
Mhm.
wouldn't it have made her mom want to like hide from everybody because that's what she was doing in
Good
the
point.
real world?
That's
Right, yeah.
So maybe you would never see her
What do you think my Backrooms character would be doing?
drinking.
What was your...
Yeah.
So I want to preface my review. I liked when I saw just the original Backrooms post where it was like, you wake up, you're in this space, it's infinite, all you can hear is the hum, you don't know what's there. I thought that was cool.
I agree.
Everything else, I was kind of like, this is kind of shit.
You're trying to do something with this.
Yeah,
And it
I was
doesn't
like,
need it.
it's good where it's at.
Yeah.
The eeriness
But
of it being just an
The
obscure
less ruins it
video
when you're
online.
adding more.
The less
Yeah.
known, the
Now,
better.
the liminal space stuff was cool.
I agree. I thought so too.
Because
When
it's
he's
like-
like rushing through the rooms and he comes into the tiled area
Yeah.
and there's the water and all that. That was cool.
I meant like when the Backrooms was first blowing up and people were like, oh, here's
Oh,
another-
yeah.
like they would create like spaces that seem familiar
Mhm.
to everyone, yet no one's ever been there.
Right.
And I thought that was really interesting.
I almost feel like everybody's been in a spot like
Yeah.
that, where you're like, this is
You like
weird.
see a picture and you're like, I know what this room smells like.
Not even like
Yeah.
the
You're
picture.
like,
Yeah.
You're like, I feel like in real life, everybody's been in a room where it's just empty. And you're kind of like,
Which is why it was cool
Like,
when
yeah.
Clark was saying it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's every place ever.
my thought a little bit. I don't know if this is true, but I thought in the basement, like his basement, already kind of looked like the back.
Yeah. The basement was like very much so like a liminal space.
I wonder if that's why the doors open. If it's like only spawns in other places where there's these liminal spaces. I don't know how that works. But Brian, we do need to get your.
So I just wanted to preface my review by saying that.
So anyway, I thought it was. I'm sorry, right?
So I gave it 4 out of 5.
What?
I really liked what they did.
What?
with it.
Holy
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You just were like they ruined it by adding too much. The only thing that was cool was the set, and now you're saying you
Well,
like.
here's why I didn't give it a 5 out of 5. Right.
Okay.
The one thing I think held this movie back was that when I don't think they did too much with it. I think they could have done the perfect amount if they either stuck with the story of, oh, it's a version of the real world that's kind of warped and there's people's psyches and everything, or if they went with, oh, this is like a company that's created this or whatever and they have labs and they're studying it. I think if they did either one of those, it would have been a 5 out of 5 movie. It would have been awesome.
Instead, they did like a.
But they did they were like going with the psyche thing and they had like glimpses of the lab or whatever, but it wasn't really that.
Yeah.
And then it went completely in the opposite direction at the end. And they like captured the big pirate guy and I was just like.
So what do you like about it so much that makes it a 4?
Yeah.
Because like I agree with the things you were saying, like make it not a great movie, but like, what makes it a 4?
A 4 is a pretty good rating.
That's a really good rating.
I just thought that I will say most of it for me was the set design. I thought
it was very
the
cool.
original Backrooms, when I would think about it, I would
Look
think
exactly
like, okay, it's on like a 3x2 grid and that structure just infinitely repeats.
Yeah.
But the way they made it in this movie was
Changed it.
truly random. Like they mapped it out, but each room was different and you had furniture in different places and it really was like, and this is where I think the MRI thing ties in. Because anytime you have like some kind of brain disease, you go on an MRI machine and they see what's up with your brain. And when they were showing the therapist's childhood home and it went down the different levels and they show how it becomes like a backrooms room, I was like, it reminds me of like, if you were to ask someone with dementia to like do architecture, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Like it's uncanny how it seemed real, like everyone was able to describe it, oh, it's, an office building or whatever, and it's empty. But then everyone that looked around, like you would look at the structure of how everything was set up and you're like, something's off about it.
What it reminded me of, and like, I think this probably ties in somewhat with like the whole exposition of the MRI thing, even though they don't really like explain at all what they mean by that.
Yeah.
What it reminds me of is it's like, if you like fed a program like a set of code and you like had it like, this is what you know, right? Like, you know what a table is, kinda, maybe. Like, like, you maybe the initial thing is like just a photo of a room, and in that room there's a table and some chairs and the walls and some lighting, and that's it. And then everything from that point forward is like procedural generation of a computer that doesn't understand what it's doing. It's just doing it.
I was glad that they left a lot of what it was up for interpretation, because the first thing I thought of, obviously, when it's like the people look like people but they're kind of fucked up, but like in general they look like people, or like the rooms look like rooms but some of the shit is AI. Describing
early
a dog
AI,
to something that's never seen a dog, that can't comprehend what a dog is, and saying, draw this. And it's going to have like 2 extra legs and shit. I thought that was really cool.
Talking about the set, though, for a little bit, I thought it was really cool. It kind of goes along with what you were saying. Like, it was almost like it's computer generated. Like, some of the people were, like, glitched out, and they had, like, many different faces. And I also noticed some of the furniture was, like, stretched. As if it was, like, a glitch in a
stretched
video
or
game.
minimized, or, like, clipping through the floor.
Or they're, like, on the walls, there was, like, a repeating, almost like a video game. It was very cool.
Well, the thing is, there's more than just one liminal space. Like, there's a ton. But they really only stick to the original one, and then also like maybe a little bit of some others. But like they could have done way more with that. I think you could have went into other liminal spaces as like different designs because it was like for most of the movie you're in this yellow room,
Right.
and that's you get a little bored.
Or
It
it would
was
have been
pretty
cool
boring.
if like there was another portal to get in besides the furniture.
I
Well,
was
they said
really
that
hoping-
they said that there were.
but,
I
but
was-
seeing examples of it would have
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I was really hoping it was going to be kind of like a story where they go in, they somehow go through another port, like another door, and now they're like, I'm in a different time, but I got to get back. And so on their way back, they go through it, and the whole backrooms have changed completely.
Yeah.
So then it's
figured
a
that's what it would
completely
be.
different, completely. Now it's even more scary because how do I get back to a place
When it's procedurally
changing?
Yeah.
You go through a door, then you come back to that door, and it's different.
Yeah.
You're like, that's what I was hoping for.
I thought it
Didn't
was
see any
even
of that.
more eerie, though, that it wasn't like that.
It was the
because
same.
it's still infinite, but yet there's a spot that feels familiar.
Yeah.
Yet it's uncanny, yet no matter how far you go, you'll never find
Well,
the same
and
spot.
maybe I missed something, but you remember when he first goes in through the doorway, there's that big pile of furniture that
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he keeps using as a reference point to like, this is like,
Yeah.
and he never really like
Base.
comes out and says it, but like, it's noticeable enough to where even you as the viewer are like, oh, he's back in that room.
Yeah.
With like, there's a point where like, I think it's the therapist.
When Mary goes in, it's not.
It's not there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, is it because she has gone in and now it's not there, or did he move it? Like,
Well, do you remember when he
Like-
went in with the two,
yeah,
like the coworkers or whatever?
Mhm.
There wasn't as much furniture there.
I think he's.
I think he moved some of
I
it.
think he did because
but
remember.
the whole pile.
Well, he took a
Well-
chair out.
And why would he do that? Because
Well,
now
he
he's
works at a
getting rid of
furniture
it.
store. They didn't
Is
have
that
enough stock
the
out
joke? Like, is that for
think
real the
that's
joke?
what it
Because
was.
like I thought that at one point, I was like, if this guy plays his cards right, he has infinite fucking furniture.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
doesn't have
like-
to pay like suppliers.
And
Right.
it's real wood. Like before, he's like,
And
the
why didn't
whole
he just do
ply-
that?
Yeah.
Now, hold on a second. This is a plot hole that I now hate. So he's a
Struggling
guy that's
business.
in a dead end
Yeah.
thing, right? He wants to be an architect. He now has an infinite furniture glitch. He
Yeah.
could make a killing. He could undercut every other company and still make nothing but
Yeah.
profit. Get out of the furniture business, become an architect. All of it, but no, he just wants to stay in there and use his imagination and
Yeah.
be in La La Land. How
I
stupid!
know exactly
That guy's a
why.
dumbass.
I know the two
Glad he got
reasons
shot.
exactly why he didn't do that.
Oh, okay, continue.
Well, so this was in the exposition. I caught bits and pieces of this while the people were on their phones, so I don't know if you guys caught this.
I probably didn't, but
But he's the first therapy session. They're talking about like how he pushes away everybody he cares about
Yeah.
because he like doesn't want to hurt people or whatever.
Before
I
they
think
hurt him.
that the two things driving him not to do that. Well, the first and foremost, he wanted to be an architect. He's drawing maps of this place. We see him doodling at
Doodling,
the start,
yeah.
making weird brutalist shaped buildings
Yeah.
that aren't like in a straight line. They have like chunks coming off them. So this was probably like just fascinated the shit out of him.
Right.
Oh yeah,
It's like, how the fuck did they build this? And then the second thing, he wants to be alone. When you go into this place, you feel so alone.
Yeah.
And they nailed the ambience on that.
Yeah.
Each different room, like, you could hear the hum of the lights,
Yeah.
or like in the pool rooms, you could hear the water splashing. They fucking nailed
They did do that.
every different kind of room, had like its own ambience, and they did a great job.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think that's why I think genuinely, and that's why when he goes back into the therapist's office and he's like all excitable, he's
That's a
like,
good answer.
oh,
Actually,
yeah.
that
It
answer might.
probably fascinated the shit out of him.
I think that might have just earned it a 3-star.
And he doesn't.
I'm not moving my fucking
He
dog.
doesn't want to work there anyway, right? So
Because they had
about
these little
furniture.
lights.
He could give a fuck about
No, he
furniture.
just
He doesn't
wanted
want
to
to work there. So he's probably just like, yeah, this is way more interesting. Fuck my job. I mean, clearly he doesn't care. He's been in the backrooms for 3 days, mapping it out.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping there'd be like a little bit of like time dilation there. Like you go in there
Yeah.
and like
It kind
it
of
only
seemed
feels
like there
it only
was.
feels like a minute and then you go out it's been an hour.
Well, by the time she gets to him, he's lost his fucking
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
So,
also
like-
3 days.
Right, but that's not that long.
But you're also 3 days alone with nobody.
Yeah.
By
the same-
choice. By
Yeah,
choice.
but you're in the same looking room all the time. I think you would drive yourself crazy.
If you don't have anybody to talk to, you will go crazy.
There was nobody
Yeah.
to talk to. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
probably.
actually, I mean, he could talk to the weirdos.
And they weren't talking back.
No, they weren't. They just were.
I've been trying this exercise with her. She can never figure it out.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'm gonna slice her fucking.
It wasn't scary.
Hair
It wasn't.
It wasn't scary. It wasn't.
Kind of lackluster.
I just thought it was kind of boring. I think that it is like a good movie to like talk about because I think there is a lot of stuff to like unpack about the movie, but I don't know. It was just boring to me. Like,
I think maybe the expectations are kind of what's fucking this movie up.
yeah, but I don't
Because-
have any because
I'm
I've never seen like
Well,
any
I
of
just
the.
mean for like
Very much.
because when you watch the backroom videos, it's just like none of them are terrifying. They're just like creepy, and it's like you want to see what happens next.
I wasn't even creeped out.
Right, but I've never even seen them. Like I've seen like a clip on Instagram or something, or like I've seen people like talk about
Right,
like.
but you go and it's like labeled as a horror movie, so you expect horror movie type scares. So I
to
could
a degree,
see,
yeah, to a degree.
I could see how that might ruin. Maybe they shouldn't have called it. Maybe they should have called it like a suspense movie or something,
Thriller.
like a thriller,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, that ties into why I prefaced my rating with I liked the original Backrooms when it was just a concept, but then when they expanded on it, I didn't like it. Imagine how boring the movie would be if he finds or if not even he finds it, if it was like the original. He just goes to bed one night, he wakes up, he's in the Backrooms, and then the whole rest of the movie is him just wandering around aimlessly, he can't
Right.
get out, he starves to death.
Would it?
Yeah.
Would it?
Like, it would get like a 1 out of 5 for me, I'd be like, that's fucking boring.
To me, it's like one of the cases of like it's one of the cases where you have like a concept for a movie where it's like on paper as a concept this sounds really cool.
Mhm.
Like, and I have examples in my head. Like, did you guys see I know I showed you guys the clip from In a Violent Nature,
You told me about that, yeah. So
the one where the whole movie is from the perspective of the
yeah, it's really trying to show practical
Yeah.
effects.
Yeah.
And then, like, you have, like, Good Boy, which is the movie where it's all from the perspective of the dog. And the dog is, like, the only one that can see the ghosts or whatever.
No.
Or you have, what's that one that came out not that long ago where it's, like, the house is haunted and, like, a lot of the perspective is, like, from the perspective of, like, the ghosts and stuff. I can't remember. But
I don't know.
anyways, all of those movies, like, it's, like, on paper, the idea of, like, here's a slasher movie from the perspective of the killer. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And then you watch it, and 75% of the movie is him walking through the woods.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's kind of funny in a way.
it is kind of funny, but, and it's like, it's what, back to what I said in the beginning, it feels like a showcase
Yeah.
versus a movie where it's like,
Yeah.
here's our concept, here's what we did with it, enjoy. And there are parts of it that I did enjoy, like specifically set design. Like that's what the whole movie has to be, because if you do a Backrooms movie and you don't capture the essence of the Backrooms,
You're fucked.
you're fucked. And so like, I think that they did that really well. Everything else to me was like, don't care. Just don't care at
The
all.
characters were sort of dull,
Yeah.
but
I will, yeah.
that's another thing that I think was probably purposeful. Because while the characters are dull, they're just like regular everyday people.
Yeah.
The stuff that's going on in their head is not. And I think that in a weird way, the Backrooms are supposed to be like a sort of like a alternate reality representation of their inner mind, maybe.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that there is like a lot of like psychological kind of stuff
Yeah.
going on where it's like
For me,
certain things represent certain things, but
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know.
For
I
me,
really-
there's like certain. I think it falls under the category of movies that did what they set out to do, but it just wasn't taken well by the audience. Like, it just a lot of people just didn't care for it.
I think it would have been more interesting if they focused on the scientists. I think I would have cared way more. I think I would have.
about the scientists, to be honest.
Yeah, but isn't that because you don't know what the fuck's going on? And so like if there was like a moment where like they kept almost doing it.
Yeah.
Kept almost doing it where like
Yeah.
the guy that plays the head scientist, the guy from Creed,
Yeah.
he like
Sees him on the TV.
sees him on
and
the
it's
TV.
And I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
guy's big
Or
break.
then he's like sitting in the room with her and he's like, well, my company, we make MRIs, or
I think that was a
we
lie,
used to
by the
make MRIs.
I don't know. That MRI thing didn't make any sense.
I think it didn't make sense because they didn't explain it at all, but I believe him. Like, I think they probably were working on MRIs, and then somehow or another, they end up at this point where they, like, discover this thing,
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Where did they create it?
Yeah, how did you create it? How did you find it? How did, like, and then the other thing, at the very end where they're talking, are they still in the back rooms?
Yeah, it almost seems like
It seemed like they were, because they even had the thing where it's like, the window behind her,
I had the fucking
it's
copy and paste
outside.
files.
And it's like, no, you're not. You're not fucking outside.
It looked like the sky from Vivarium.
Yeah, yes, it did. Yeah, and so it's like, and she like asks him a question. I can't remember what she asks him, but like, it basically is something. Yeah, where are we?
Yeah,
and then he like doesn't answer. So it's like, are you still in the back rooms right now?
Yeah,
like, because they're not going to take her out of there if they don't
No.
have to. She's a liability now. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there are multiple unanswered questions.
I would have way rather seen one.
But maybe that might be on purpose. Because
Okay, you keep saying that though, and it's like, if it's on purpose,
It's a bad
horrible
idea.
fucking
It's a
idea,
bad idea.
because that's why I didn't like the movie. Like, I like sometimes when a movie like doesn't tell you everything,
Yeah.
because then you're like, is this what that means? Is this what that means? Is this what that means? But like, when what you're not telling me is why I'm supposed to care, then I just don't care.
That,
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense, but I also think it's kind of the reason that I sort of liked it. It was interesting to me because it didn't give you enough to kind of clock what was going on. Like, it didn't give you. It almost gave you what you needed.
But it didn't
A
give.
bit
But,
time.
but it didn't give you anything. You threw you in there, and it was like.
but
and
you
it was like,
thought
here's
you had
this.
something.
No, you didn't.
You thought
I sat there the whole
there's a
time.
few times where you're like, oh, okay, maybe this will happen.
I sat
But
there the entire time going, wow, this is nothing. This is awful. I literally looked over at Lindsay at least 5 times, was like, what am I doing here? Like, I walked out of the movie like an hour and 50 minutes of my time was wasted looking at a yellow.
It was long too. It
Hour
was
and 50
really long.
minutes. Nothing explained. No explanation. I almost hope there's a second one from the scientist perspective, because I would way rather see that. Go in, finally explain.
probably like
it's
that.
almost like a whole build-up. Like, this could be the build-up. They make a second one, and it's from the scientist. Like, okay, here we go. Now we got the ball rolling. Now we know already what this dimension's like. We don't
Kind of
have
like
to
a
go
Stranger
through it.
Things
Yeah.
type deal, where it's like, you imagine Stranger Things and they never explain to you how the Upside Down came to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You'd be
Stranger Things is a different thing altogether, though. Like,
Kind
it's
of.
supposed to be this unknown thing, because that's what's great about the Backrooms when it started off on the internet is there was no answers. It just was this thing that just was there,
Right, but
and so they kind of just continued. I
Yeah.
think it was kind of cool how they made a whole movie around it, yet they didn't explain it. Still, I kind of liked that.
I think this is going to be the split with everybody that's.
I mean, look, it literally
100%.
split the room. Like, this,
Yeah.
like,
Some
the reason
people-
you guys hated
yeah.
is the reason we enjoyed it.
Well, you gave it a 2.5.
He gave it a 2.5. You gave it a 2.5.
I
He gave it a
enjoyed
4.
still.
Yeah.
Like, I had some enjoyment out of it.
I did
It
too.
wasn't like a movie experience that traditionally I'm like, oh yeah, that was great. But like I was locked in the whole time.
It was not.
I wasn't either.
I was more engaged with the guy in the front row, stressed out of his mind the entire
Well,
movie.
If
It
it's
wasn't even just the stairs.
Yeah.
The entire movie. He's
If
like
it paints a picture, the whole like
piecing things
first
together.
20 minutes of the movie, we got this fucking idiot yapping back
Yeah,
here.
I saw
And I
the first
couldn't
20
even pay attention. But then once I could, I'm like locked in, zeroed in the whole time.
First 20 minutes.
So it's probably just a person to person thing. It's not for everybody.
So I think, I think that they left enough bits and pieces though that you could determine, like, if they're making the Backrooms or not, right? This company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like I said, like, it's like, I think that
It's left up to interpretation.
if you're gonna like try and explain it, I think the way that I interpreted it was they're not making the Backrooms, but they supplied the catalyst for the Backrooms to exist.
Oh,
And now they don't understand.
And they don't know how to control it.
Right, it's like,
Well, do they not know how to control it? Because once that guy found out that the dude on TV, and he found his store, and he's like, oh, this is the guy that's in the Backrooms. When the therapist goes to escape through the same thing, it looks almost the same as the furniture store, but the front now has those yellow walls on it, and the doors are barred. So do they not know how to control it, or did he tell them to do that? Hey, there's an opening here at this random store. We need to put it into the back room so that no one else goes in.
I don't know.
Or
I thought it was
is
just-
it just there because he entered the back room?
That's what I.
That's what I.
I thought
yeah.
once he entered that part of the back room.
Now the
Now
Backrooms
he
knows about this. Thing.
Yeah.
But then
Like-
why did it not do anything until the therapist was trying to leave?
Because I think the movie sucked.
I agree.
That's-
I don't know. I think
I
that's
think the
why
therapist
they
got
included. I think that's why they
Well,
included
also
the
you got to
scientist
think.
stuff.
Remember the whole. You see her house and how it slowly becomes in the back room, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
different
yeah.
levels.
Yep.
I think that could be the case with that too. It's a different level of the back room.
Yeah.
Or like the room where there was the chairs and now there isn't. I think now we're just one level down.
That's why
So
everything
now it's
looked the same, but there was the one
Yeah.
chair that was clipped in the floor.
Yeah, I think that's
And
what
there
it
was a guy
is.
in the middle.
It's like you're one level down. Once she got kidnapped, he brought her like a level down. Like, I don't know how, but got brought down a level. So when she's trying to escape, she's like, oh, I remember this room. But she's actually a level down. She's like, oh, I know where I'm going. But she really doesn't.
right.
See, I think that makes the MRI machine make so much sense.
Yeah.
Because imagine if you were taking a picture of
Like
a,
a brain
of, a,
scan.
of a memory from someone's
Yeah.
brain, and then you take another picture of it, of the picture, of the picture, of the picture.
Yeah.
What if they made a device that does that in 3 dimensions in real time, and that's all the backrooms are?
And
They started as like an office room, and then they just kept going, and then maybe they threw a pool room like for
Right.
a daycare
Like,
or
it's
something.
stock photos.
Yeah,
Like,
but then they
yeah.
just keep going and getting more and more uncanny.
but
So
if you notice, the deeper they went into this place, the more obscure and strange
Right, and so
it
it's like
Yeah.
when you feed a picture to AI and you're like, recreate this picture.
yep.
got. Yeah.
And by the time it's done it 30 times, it looks completely different
Yes.
than the first one that you supply. So that would be like the layers.
Yeah.
Is like,
And that's what I mean when it had, because a testament to that idea is the scene where you're going a level
Through the
down,
floors,
level
yeah.
down, and it gets more obscure. So that's why I'm saying I think it like gives you just enough to where it starts to kind of make sense, but then it's like nope, and you're like, oh, okay. So I genuinely don't know what's going to happen next. I don't think I've ever seen a movie where I just had absolutely no clue where it was going, which is why I kind of liked it.
I mean, I've seen plenty of movies where I don't really know what's going on until.
You have like sort of an idea, like it's still like anchored in
Yeah.
reality a little bit. This one, it just kind of, it could go anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yet not much happened.
Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Not much
Nothing
happened.
happens.
Uh,
You start the movie, and by the end of the movie, you're kind of in the same spot.
well, speaking on the layers thing, I also just
Not
remembered.
unlike the back rooms. You think you're going somewhere, but then you end up in
You're
the same
trying to
place.
add this deep meaning to it when it's just not good.
I-
It's almost
Maybe
like
it's not good, or maybe you just don't see the meaning. I mean, did you ever consider that?
I don't think that
I don't
there
think it's
necessarily is like
It's an A24 movie, is it not?
it
You think
is,
there's
but
not a
it's-
deeper meaning?
Well, it's no, not really. It's
Okay.
not even. It could have been not A24, and it would have been the exact same. It's Kane Parsons' directorial debut. They gave him like full control because he's
Was
the
he
guy
the
that
writer or the
created.
director? Did he do both or just? Because like
Oh, that's a good question.
from a directing standpoint, not bad. From a writing standpoint, awful.
I can find out real
Yeah.
quick.
Directing, I think he did a good job. I think he did the set design great. I think the actors like working in like this liminal space, seeing it for the first time, great. Good for directing, terrible for writing.
It's directed by Kane Parsons, and then it was written by some other guy.
Cool, yeah,
But
great directing. I think
yeah, I mean, I think
for a directorial debut, directorial.
Rectal.
There we go.
directorial.
Directorial. That wasn't bad for a debut.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
But
It's also unfortunate that this is coming out at the same time as like Obsession.
section, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, which I mean, I loved Obsession. I thought Curry Barker absolutely knocked it out of the park with Obsession.
It was kind of like horror, like it was great for horror 1 week, and then it was just kind of there.
Yeah.
I saw it was like somebody did like a double feature or whatever, and they were like, it's like watching like somebody paint like the Mona Lisa, and then just watching a kid draw on the wall.
Yeah,
You're just like, okay,
yeah. I tend to agree with that. I don't know. There were things I liked about it. There are things I really didn't like about it. There are definitely a lot of things that are going to prevent my score from going anywhere.
Mine's not. Mine will not go up. It might go down.
I only took mine up like a half a star, by the way, because it was a 2.5.
Still not.
Now I'm leaning towards I like it a little bit. The more that I think about it and pick it apart, I like it a little bit more than originally when I
think if you're adding more detail to something that
I'm not adding
like,
what more detail have I added? I'm literally using examples that are straight from the movie.
yeah, but you're saying like the whole movie's not going anywhere. It's just like the Backrooms. I don't think that was the point. It's like
Then what was the point?
nothing. I think that's the point.
Oh, okay. So somebody made a whole movie revolving around absolutely nothing, and they thought it was going to make money.
I think first of all, it's going to make a lot of money.
Okay.
I think it's already made a lot of money.
But
every review that I've seen is completely divided. Like completely. Like typically like I mean, you look at like Obsession. I haven't heard somebody say a single negative thing about Obsession.
well, people collectively liked Obsession because it was a great movie. But I'm saying there still can be like decent stuff that not everybody gets.
Yeah.
Like there,
Right, but you keep saying like it's like people don't get it. Like I don't think there's anything that I don't get about the movie. I think that with a movie like Obsession knew exactly what it was going to do, and exactly how it was going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
With a movie like Backrooms, I don't necessarily disagree that like a lot of it is like up to like interpretation or whatever, which is why I said I think it's a great movie to like talk about because you do kind of start to like form your own like thoughts and opinions on it. But like to if your thing with your movie is like, we're going to leave a lot of this open-ended. People are going to like come to their own conclusions. To me, it's like, okay, you're just allowing your audience to do work for you that you didn't do. And like,
okay, that's a good point.
you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I don't disagree that like it can be done well where it's like, oh, this is up to like interpretation. Like, and it's made for good conversation, like about the movie. Like, but at the same time, like, kind of a cop-out to be like, I'm not going to give you anything, and now it's up to you to determine what I was trying to say. I don't really like that.
I think both can be good.
I
tie this back to music.
With
There's
any
certainly
artwork.
songs that I like where they kind of remain ambiguous, and you can tie the lyrics to like any broad,
As a matter of fact, that's
like,
something that a lot of
subject.
artists say. Once it's out there, it's no longer mine. It's up for whatever you think it is.
But also think
So,
about
I think that's
concept like Pink Floyd's The Wall. Obviously, that's like, I mean, you could still interpret it different ways, but like the lyrics are pretty much like, okay, this guy Pink is like a rock star and he's all alone, and like you follow the story,
Right?
Like it tells you what the music is about, and that's also good. So I see it as either way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like I think I even said this that like I don't always dislike when something's left open to interpretation. Like I think if it's done right and like it provokes like thought and like all of those different things, I think that's really great, and it's something that prolongs the life of a piece of art because people are forever going to be like, that's not what I thought it meant. This is what I thought it meant. And then maybe both people are right. With a movie like Backrooms, I don't know. Like, I just like it. First of all, it doesn't really feel like a movie that like needs to be all like, what does it mean? Like,
Really?
I don't know. Like,
Let me say this personally. If I made a song, if me and Brian were to put out a song that invoked conversation like this, and literally people are arguing about what they think it means, or in Braxton's case, I don't think it means anything, I would call that a huge success.
Right, but you're talking about art as a whole, not the Backrooms. Like, the thing with the Backrooms, right, but I'm not talking about art as a whole. Like, I've said it 3 times now. I like sometimes when it's left open to interpretation. In the case of the Backrooms,
it's too much.
I just sat through 2 hours of this movie. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I think that's the reason I rate it high, though. I think that's what it was meant to do because, like, nobody, like, I've said that the whole time. So this is why.
Loop it back.
Remember when the scientist is interviewing the psychiatrist at the end of the movie, and even he's like, this, discovering this makes every other achievement in human history like nothing. Like, this is literally the biggest find ever. Even they don't know what's going on, and they clearly are, like, funded to, like, look into it, or they made it. We don't know. Yeah. But even that guy who seems to have the best understanding of it out of any character we see in the movie is terrified at the thought of it. Even he doesn't know what it is. So that's why I think you're not supposed to know exactly what it is, but you can get an idea of it.
I don't know. It was just build up for nothing.
But also, like, there's never been a horror movie done about, like, an infinite liminal space or infinite liminal spaces.
No.
And I think they did a pretty good job for being the first movie to ever do that. I was like, they did a good job. They added their own twist to it.
Like I said,
but then they also left it open so that if another person were to make another horror movie, not just about the Backrooms, but about, like, liminal spaces, they could put their own twist on it. It might even be better. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's sort of it. That's why I say it was good in its own right. It's like sort of like this weird thing that I'll say this. It's one of a kind. I haven't seen a movie like it.
Yep.
So.
No, I mean, yeah, it's definitely its own source material.
On that.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do better. Like, I don't think I would go in there and be like, oh, I'm going to do this way better. But I also think they could have done better. They have this team of writers. They have all these people. The thing is, the Backrooms have been established.
They've got Kane Parsons himself.
Yeah, the Backrooms have been established for how many years now?
Probably like.
And so many people have expanded on it and brought their own thing to it that they could have done better.
But you gotta ask.
The idea of not doing better is crazy because there's been 10 years of however much time.
But you got to think, though, like, if you're taking on this project and you're looking at something like The Backrooms, which is already its own thing.
Right, but it's Kane Parsons that did it. It's the guy that created it.
Oh! Well, he didn't create it. He just made it more popular. He didn't create it.
Did he not create?
He didn't create The Backrooms, but he popularized it.
Was on, like, a 4chan board or something.
He popularized it.
He's the one that took the initial post and turned it into... Okay.
But you're taking on a project like this. This is something that a lot of people love on the internet. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of pick it apart and be like, what makes this so successful? Probably largely the unknown factor.
I agree.
And
I do agree with that.
Also, how do we make it so that it's not just an elongated video from the internet? You know what I mean? So I think in a way, like, The Scientist was like an anchor in reality almost, so that it didn't just continue on the whole time, just being a boring ass, this person's running through infinite rooms.
Right. If it's connected to his online series, because I've seen the very briefest little bit about it, that whole async thing is the driving thing in his...
What is that?
That's the company.
Oh, see, I thought that was just made up by the movie. I didn't know that.
The async thing is like, that's like the company, and you follow a different one per video. It's like, you know, like one of the guys in like the hazmat suit. You're following one of them in like, you know, like the beginning of the movie, like that. That's what it is every single time. It's like something like that from the beginning. But like, it's following the scientist, so you'd think they would build off the scientist thing, but instead you're following these random people and nothing happens. And I think they show in one of the online videos of them opening the portal. But like, they didn't do anything.
Right.
There's nothing comes. Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if he's connecting it to his online series or if it's something completely new.
But see, I feel like that would have made it worse if they had explained it from the scientist perspective. Because then, from the get-go, you would have so much understanding you would know, like, everything that they know about the Backrooms. And it would just make it so boring.
You wouldn't have
They wouldn't be going in but they wouldn't be going in there and being like, holy shit, it's this new dimension where everything's fucked up. They'd be going in there and be like, all right, we have to find this pirate guy and kidnap him.
Unless they started it with them finding the Backrooms. The scientist people finding the Backrooms.
Well, or even just at the end when he's like about to give the exposition and then stops. Like, I wasn't looking for like at the beginning of the movie for them to be like all the hazmat guys together. Like, here's our mission. This is what we're doing here. This is why we're here. This is how we got here. I don't want that. Nobody wants that in any movie ever, because then it's like when you watch a trailer for a movie and they show you all the best scenes. You're like, okay, should I even fucking go see this movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, now I know everything. But, like, especially for a movie like Backrooms, in my opinion, when you tell me nothing for an hour 50, and then you're about to tell me something, and then
The
you
movie ends.
don't, I'm just like, okay, dude.
Well, but I think that they did. I mean, the scientist is literally like, this is the biggest thing we've ever discovered, but we don't
Because
even
it's
know that much
supposed
about
to
it.
be like a hiccup in space time, and nobody knows.
Right, but you don't know that. Like, you're assuming that.
That's what it is to me. Which is what
That's
makes
what
it,
I'm saying.
Which is
That's
what
I'm saying.
makes it good. That
They
because
introduce-
it's something unique to everybody that watches it.
I-
Just
I-
like it's something unique to everybody that goes in there.
They tie it in by like the intro is from. Hold on, wait. The intro is from the perspective of the hazmat suit guy.
Right.
They have the wires on the floor, and he goes, "Oh, I found the wires," and follows it back to the control station.
Mhm.
So you think like, "Oh, okay,
Then who did he?
they know what's going on." So then as the movie progresses, and you see the scientist guy like watching TV in his living room, you're like, "Oh, they know what's going on," or you kind of think that at the back of your head, like maybe they know what's up. But then at the end of the movie, they're like, not even they fully understand what's going on.
Even, well,
They have the pirate guy saran wrapped on a medical
Yeah.
bill. So like they kind of know. Obviously they knew enough to like, okay, this is how we like sedate him so we can capture him.
wait, did you wait?
They're
But like,
fucking
Wait,
terrible.
I just thought of something. When she was killing when she was hitting the guy with the rock, there was blood coming on her face.
Yeah.
yeah.
But when he was taking, I don't know, what's wrong with you? No, but like when he was
You should
cutting,
clip that. Just use
What do you
something
see
on
with the
her
rock
face.
and it's just like busting blood all over?
no, but like you know what I mean? But when he cuts open or like tears open, but when he's cutting open, these are the words. I can't even explain what I'm trying to say.
Oh, come.
That's gonna be our new clips for the page. It has
Not even that funny.
it's pretty good.
Blood
That's a-
going on her face. Is that funny?
Yeah, because you said come. Dude, come
On her face.
The worst part
You ever
about
play
making
Jack
eye
Box?
contact with you and I see you go,
I just saw Jacob look over at me. Like, shit.
okay. But yeah, so she's hitting him with a rock and there's blood splattering on her face.
Splooging everywhere.
Splooching everywhere. But when Clark is cutting open the like other people, there's no blood. It's just that foam.
When Clark is cutting. Oh, yeah. When he's
It's
like.
true.
eating
Why
them.
is that?
Yeah.
Why is there blood in one and foam in the other?
Well, wasn't there blood coming out of that lady's scalp when he scalped her?
Was there?
You kind of could. I mean, she was kind of far away.
She's
So you
also
couldn't-
red.
I feel like there might have been.
She's also
Yeah.
a redhead. Well, what's the difference? Why is one foam and one blood?
I don't know. Well, he said you could eat them, which was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
I think that they were like, I don't know. I think that maybe they were different. Because the other thing is I'll finish my first thought. I think that they were like different different types of
Entities.
things or entities.
Yeah.
Because also the pirate guy really didn't look. He was just kind of like a mangled version of the actual guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus all the people had like 6 eyes and their fucking nose was repeating and shit.
Yeah.
So maybe they were a more faded memory or
A
a
different
lower
level,
level of
yeah.
Backrooms, and that was just like a level 1 or level 2
He was like a
thing.
fresh one, the pirate
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
But here's what I
that's
was
my thought.
If the pirate guy was the big guy chasing them around, who was the big guy chasing the,
The first
original?
guy? Yeah, I was about
because
to bring that up.
that guy hadn't been in there yet.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it might have still been
The
the
pirate.
pirate guy because when he's walking down that original hallway, they have one of those pirate ship steering wheel
Yeah.
clocks on the wall and the seagull.
Oh,
Maybe that. So that
I know they
door
were in
already
the
open.
Bay Area, but like
So
that's
that
what
door
I
already open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you see, and you see the wall that like that room that he goes in. It's like that painted wall of like the birds or like the trees and the coastline.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And that's in his store.
That's oh.
So maybe that door was already open. Yeah,
Where was it in the store?
it's just somewhere on one of those walls. You can see it.
I mean, that makes
Oh.
sense. It was like all like pirate themed.
Yeah. And he finds that same guy's ID. The guy from the first.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, in the
he
bag.
finds that ID. It's from
Oh
him.
yeah, he does.
This might be.
So
like,
maybe it's like when he first entered, that's also the time that the first.
that's where the movie opens.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I don't know if we'll ever have another movie where our rankings are so.
I don't know. I think we definitely will.
Dude, 1 star or one star
star.
versus
I
4.
think we will.
I would
I think
would
we
say
definitely
that like the dynamics of this episode are pretty great. Like the fact that the couch is literally split.
Oh, yeah.
Like
That's
right
cool.
versus
Yeah.
wrong. That's
Yeah. And let me make
Technically
another.
you're on the
Let me
left.
make another parallel that's not there. Okay? So, not unlike how in the back rooms, no matter how much he maps it out, how much he thinks he knows about it, the next room is even more confusing. He doesn't know shit. Kind of like how they give you information in the movie. You think, oh, maybe that. Oh, wait, no, nobody knows shit. Oh, fuck. Now I'm more confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of just
I,
like
I think you can. I think you could take that position, or you could take the position of it. Kind of feels like they're just throwing shit at a wall.
Yeah,
and
it's because,
saying
it's
what's-
because
I really
I'm a
do
believer
think-
and you're not.
I really do think my fucking game theory is that
Your game theory.
that's just a theory. No, but I think that they had this company that makes MRI machines. They made a machine that 3D maps memories, but then it did it too many times, and then they can't stop it. Or maybe it's somewhere in the center of the back rooms, and it's generated so much that it seems infinite, and they're looking for it at the center to shut it down,
Almost like
so it doesn't spread.
Almost like in Stranger Things with the wall and the thing in the middle to stop it from collapsing.
Maybe. I've not seen,
Yeah.
or I think I've seen seasons
You know
1
what I'm
through
talking about?
4 all the way through
Remember
every
that big
single
wall in the
episode.
middle above Hawkins'
So I've
lab?
seen
And
Oh yeah,
That was stupid.
Yeah, that was stupid. I kind of put everything from season 5 out of my head.
I stopped watching season 5. I didn't even get a whole
Dude,
episode in.
it's so
I
fucking.
just quit watching it. I'm
The
like,
only thing that they did in that season that I liked was where they explained like the bridge, and
Yeah.
like they had that shot where they
The upside
zoom
down,
out,
yeah.
and you realize that the upside down isn't what you have thought it was for the past
Yeah.
4 seasons. It's actually just a hallway between like 2 spots. Like I thought that was really cool, but I mean everything else. I hated season 5 of Stranger Things.
Why? I don't know. I think they did a really good job.
And we
with,
could do a whole
think
episode
they did a
on
really
just that.
I think they did a really good job with Robin's character.
Okay, yeah,
and-
now I know you're Yeah,
Both have a very strong opinion on that.
I absolutely hated it.
I haven't seen season 5 yet.
Don't watch it.
I probably-
I mean, for
It
real,
kinda ruins the show,
Yeah,
but-
it was my like top 3 shows of all time, and now I look at it and I'm like, what a stain on like what I
Yeah.
once.
What a stupid.
that's what
Dude,
everybody
it's so bad.
felt like late in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, yeah,
It started to get kind of fucking dumb.
yeah.
Because a character started doing shit that they would never do,
That was stupid.
and
Spoilers.
Shout out to
this
Nate.
show's been out for
Shout out to
so long. It's on HBO.
No, well, we were getting complaints from the first episode that we're spoiling things.
Yeah, well, you should probably stop.
We're reviewing a movie. Maybe just don't watch it if you haven't watched
I
it.
said the same thing.
Should we
Said the
put a
same
spoiler
thing.
alert at the start of every?
We will.
I think
Yeah.
probably.
I think we will.
Yeah, I think probably
Is there an actor we would replace?
all of them.
I-
Well, you know what? I actually thought about this while we were watching it.
All of them.
You could literally put anyone
in that room.
in that fucking movie, and it wouldn't really change anything unless you gave like more of like a reason for like why.
I think that was
Like-
purposeful.
No, no. See, I don't
Because it's
think,
almost like the Backrooms. Anybody can do it.
I
You
don't
have
think
infinite possibilities of who could be it,
Yeah. dude.
and then you have infinite movies. And if you have an infinite movie, you have infinite Backrooms.
And if
I
you-
don't think you could replace the
Yes,
scientist
yeah.
actor with Christopher Walken because it would just be too fucking funny. It'd be like, it might be bigger than everything we've ever made.
I might have loved it actually if they had done
That would
that.
have fucking.
There's
I
nothing
might
of more.
What if we had like Nicolas Cage,
I don't know what it
Walken,
is. Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Jack
discovers
Black.
it, He's like
Jack Black's in there?
Jack
It'd be,
Black.
it'd be great. I think it'd be more interesting.
Just take the entire cast from the Minecraft movie.
Put him in the back.
And
Put them in
Christopher
the back
Walken.
rooms. Yeah.
and Christopher
And
Walken.
Christopher Walken is just
We started out making MRIs,
like, we just don't know.
but you see, then we discovered this place, crazy place, and it just goes on.
Forever.
We don't know why.
We need your help.
But here's an interesting thing I thought of earlier. If you discovered the back rooms,
Yeah.
what would you do?
Oh, dude, if I had that wall there,
What would you do?
I would.
No, I mean, like,
I
what
would
would you
definitely stick my meat to it.
Stick your meat to the wall.
Yeah, you put a camera on the other side, and all you can see is my meat coming to the wall. Like, I've come to meet you.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't do, because I would not fucking get myself lost
Oh, definitely.
and then like be like
I'd follow.
Take
Oh,
mushrooms and
yeah.
walk around.
like no dude, I'm not fucking like making turn after turn. I would, but realistically I would be like, holy shit.
You
But
know,
could you like make some sort of personal gain from this? Because he could take objects back into the real world.
Yeah, until they start taking shit. Yeah.
You can make it a fucking tourist attraction.
Yeah,
That would be an interesting spin.
I would probably like pull out my phone and take a video and send it to everybody and be like, look what the fuck I did.
Well, that's
Watch
why I
out for
think
the
they
big
said
creature,
it,
guys.
That's
It
why I
might
think
kill
they
you.
said it in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because it would have been so easy to be like, oh, look, TikTok Live.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it was. I don't know. I think it's infinite space.
See, now that might be a sequel, is set in 2020, your modern time, someone does just that. They're like, look what I just fucking found. All of a sudden, people are swarming the background versus the 3 or 4 people that throughout that whole movie we see go in. Now it's like everyone's showing up. The police have to get involved. They're like, what the fuck is going on here? And now you've got this group of scientists who are like, we were trying to make an MRI. Like, I don't really know.
Well, then the Backrooms gets all regulated, and eventually,
Well, it's like you have infinite.
They're throwing concerts in
They've
the
got
background.
trickle
It's
down
like-
rooms.
dude, that would be cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it might be a cool idea to be like, what would happen if, like, this, instead of this one guy who is going to tell his shrink and these 2 kids up that he recorded his commercial for him about it, like, you have somebody find it that tells everyone and takes a video of it and everyone sees it, and now people are traveling out of state to go to this portal and, like, I don't know.
I think you would have to be meticulous, though, how you tell people. Because if you just go around being like, oh, this place, it leads to this infinite portal, they're just going to think you're
but
crazy.
you just take a video and be like,
Yeah, but
watch
that's
what
not-
happens when
Oh,
I
no.
fucking put my phone through
But now
this
people would be
wall.
like, "Oh, that's AI."
They say it's
That's
fake.
That would be a plot.
I did
Yeah.
think that it was
It's
kind
like
of
a
shitty that
perturbation.
when they first go in there with a camera, he's like, oh, let's go to this part that I haven't explored yet.
Right.
And just like
Yeah.
lay you down on a piece of survival
Yeah.
board. I
That
thought this was fucking
That was probably, though, one of, like, the better parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Is when they, like, go into this unknown area, guy gets killed, the 2 get separated, and now you're like, you already kind of knew that they weren't in there alone, but now you're like,
Here's some food for thought, though.
food for thought.
So, you know, in the scene where he has the therapist tied up in the chair, he opens the fridge and the assistant manager's head is in there. Do you think that he was already in that evil mode when he brought those 2 in there?
Oh.
And he's
I think he definitely had, like, a lack of care for what happened to
Just
them.
think about it. They get separated, and he's like, kind of seems concerned when he's like up against that wall, and the chick's like, "Oh, like, what do you mean it's glass? I can see you."
Mhm.
And he like seems concerned.
Who
but he
picked
also
up the
seems
camera?
concerned.
Oh,
The
pirate guy.
pirate guy.
He recording shit
It
now?
was already recording. He just picked it up.
Why?
Yeah,
Well, if it's Clark knows how to pick up a camera.
that's true.
Is it Clark?
The
It looks like.
I mean, I know it's like,
and if it was only like 1 level down or 2 levels down, it would still. I
That's
think it
some
would
sort of-
still have enough human function to know how to pick up the camera. It knows how to like go through.
maybe it's like over time it gets worse and worse
Yeah.
and worse because you just can't remember as well. Like
That's why the
trying to
lady
remember
with all the
something from
noses
20
is
years
like,
ago,
It's
it's-
way harder.
well, with on the topic of the levels thing, I forgot about that scene right at the end, towards the end, when the therapist lady like ends up in that room that has the hole in the ground, and you see, and it might even be in the ceiling,
Yeah.
but I know it was in the ground where you see like how deep it goes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like there's floors and like, I don't know.
They could have done a lot more.
Which that reminds me of like the hotel backrooms, which is another reason I didn't give it a 5 out of 5. Because at no point did a PNG of Saul Goodman go and like chase him around.
I
Yeah,
thought
like
you
the
liked-
face.
I thought you liked that.
How funny would that have been if like at
That
some
was like an
point,
extra at the end, you just hear the like
Like the after credit scene.
all
the
of the lights by
Obama face.
Or the Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah.
With Michael
Oh
Jackson.
my god! See, I would have given it a 5 if they had done that.
Yeah.
I would have been like, "That's hilarious."
Ugh.
Oh my
They
god!
just could have done more.
Yeah, I think
Is there
that's
any, like,
that's my opinion.
Lines of the movie that anybody was like, that stood out.
I'll tell you what stood out as being a fucking horrible line is whenever they walk in there and he's like, she said
Did
the
these
2
dose
kids,
that?
yeah, did they dose? She's like, I would know if I was high. You are high. Pot doesn't count.
That was
Okay.
creepy as fuck.
Okay, dude. Like,
Also,
but no, there wasn't
who-
really like a.
what
Well,
stoner?
I think everybody's over here just quoting the dog line.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
that was
a good
probably
one.
that's probably
Name a stoner that in that situation, if you were high and you were in there with those people, you would not be freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, right. I'm not
Like,
gonna
when I get
offer
high at
myself
home,
to
I'm, like,
fucking
chilling,
go down
watching
this
a movie.
random ramp. Like,
if I transient myself through a wall and I'm now in a other dimension, I'm gonna be paranoid as fuck.
dude, I get freaked out in Walmart
Yeah.
after I sleep.
I
Like,
get freaked out if there's
Walmart is an
stuff
alternate
checkout.
dimension sometimes.
Thank you.
Backrooms?
part of it.
I think we were in an alternate dimension where people think it's okay to be fucking dickheads
Talk
in
on
the theater. the whole
speakerphone
time.
in the theater.
Yeah.
The one
I couldn't
place
believe
where you
that
don't
shit.
know what you're feeling.
That was wild.
I would be curious to see, like, obviously there's no way to know this, but my review might have been different had that not
Really?
been the
Would
experience.
you think it would have been higher or lower?
Maybe like half a point higher. That shit really did put me in such an
Yeah.
awful mood.
I will say that contributed a little bit to mine, is I thought that they designed the main character. What's his name?
Clark.
I thought that they designed the movie almost around him initially, because they open with the exposition as like he's talking to the therapist about how he pushes people away because he likes to be alone, or he thinks he has to be alone,
Yeah.
and also how he wants to be an architect. I think they set it up to be like, I don't know.
The Backrooms is based off him.
Not really, but just like he was like the perfect person to discover it unwillingly and not be like a, science
Yeah,
corporation.
it plays
We
to
make
the
MRI
to
machines
the,
and bomber jets, so our budget is unlimited. So like they find it and they're like, send hazmat people in. We got to build shit.
Yeah.
But he was the perfect like innocent person to find it.
yeah.
and
It would have had to have been someone like him.
Be so fascinated that you forget to like, I
Right.
need to like prove it to people.
Right.
You're just like
Right.
enamored.
He was trying to prove it. He was trying to prove it to the...
To the
'Cause obviously,
psychiatrist.
Any one of us, found it. The first thing you would think is like, I have to like show this to somebody,
Right.
Yeah.
but have proof to like go in and come back out a couple times and not just be like, let's go film it and just go as deep as we can until we all die.
Because
Right, right.
before he even tried to prove it to the psychiatrist, he was in there for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like it was already like established that it was Fridays when he found it, and then Sunday was like his
Oh hell yeah!
meeting or whatever.
That's
because he already had it
also-
mapped out.
That's also why I think he was already like compromised when he went to see the therapist. Because you're telling me he was in there the first time for like a little bit and he saw like the monster thing, like when he crawls in the little door and he sees it destroy the
Yeah,
cardboard cutout. But then he's in there for 3 days and
Yeah.
he doesn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing we haven't talked about yet. Was the radio transmit? Was all of the radio stuff, because you hear it every time they're around one of those cutouts.
Yeah.
And they've got the wires like run to it.
Mhm.
Is that like some kind of like trap
Like
to attract the
entity.
entity, or is that all the different countries communicating about the portals that are popping up?
I think it's the first one because remember when you went, like, you go past all these other rooms where they're operating on Big Pirate Man, and then there's like the next room over, wasn't there like just rows and rows of those things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was also like
I think they used
there was
those.
the other traps with the whole like the oxygen tanks, and it's like
Yeah.
I think anything that requires those cords was probably put there by the company.
I
I would
agree.
assume
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was I think that they did put him there, but I don't think it was for either one of those reasons.
Okay.
I believe it was in the 70s. We sent out a spacecraft. I think it was called Voyager 1. And it had like a vinyl with a bunch of
Yeah.
songs on it,
Yeah.
and other things. And it had a recording of every language just being like, hey, what's up? And we just shot that out in the dark to see if any aliens could find it and decipher it. Because if you notice, every language is it's not different languages at the same time. It's one language saying something. Then it switches to German.
Yeah.
Then it switches to fucking whatever.
So they're like trying
Contact.
to,
If they don't understand what it is fully and it freaks them out, they're trying to be like, hey, I think it says something in English at one point.
I never heard anything.
When it-
I was
when it-
listening for
When
it.
they're in the interview room and it's like over and it zooms
Oh,
out
you're
on the
right.
clouds.
And it's like
it
a
said,
little
like,
kid.
It said like, hey, people of Earth or something.
It did. He's right. It did say that. You're right.
Wow.
So that's what
completely
made me
missed
think. I mean, obviously, if it was
What
to
if-
the aliens, it would.
It
Well,
was-
it would say, "Hey, we are the people." of
It'd be
Earth.
really interesting if they did just use that.
What if
audio
that
clip.
was it? Like, what if that's why
That
they,
definitely could have.
That makes
and that's
no
why
sense.
they have so many, and they
makes
put
no
them in
sense.
every.
All the different. Yeah.
Just think about it. They put it in that one hallway
Yeah.
spot, and then it got destroyed. They didn't replace it.
I agree, and it's
So
to be
different
decided.
languages are separate from each other. They're
But, like,
not
we don't-
intertwined.
But the thing is, in the movie, there's no signs that there's any other form of life that isn't just coming from the real world.
What?
In the back rooms, like
Well, yeah, all the life they find is actually from the back rooms.
yeah, but it's all copied from the what's it called
The back room.
from our Earth.
Is it okay? But is it that, or is it that the entity that's in the back rooms is mimicking
Yeah, but
the things that it's being exposed to?
yes,
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I think they did that on purpose, though.
I thought it was just a copy of. I hate you. I think it's just a copy of the real world. I don't know. I don't think there's like this big. Oh, it's its own. I don't know, sentient creature.
You make no mistake, that was purposeful.
But I think that in the back rooms, the reason they're in the back rooms is because the idea of the back rooms itself is that when you're in the back rooms and you go into a different back rooms, you're still technically a part of this back room cycle. So
Are
like,
you intentionally saying backrooms?
so like at the
every other
beginning,
word.
so the beginning of the back rooms
This
and
sentence
the
doesn't
end
have
of the
an
back rooms,
Back rooms.
and that's the point of the sentence. Because
Back rooms.
in the back rooms, it never ends.
Back rooms.
Baccarat. Alright.
So that's been the podcast.
Well, we gotta put the names for
That's what I was about to do. That's been the podcast.
Hold on, we gotta plug our names for the.
What I'm gonna do.
When you plug it in, it'll be just
So
like the back.
that's the end of the
What are
podcast.
we plugging our names for? Like our real life names? I'm Brian.
So that's been the podcast. We're gonna plug our letterbox now. So Beau, you go first.
BeauStJohn, BeauStJohn.
Brax 5-2.
Ugly centipede. One word.
I don't have one. But
Brian.
my real life name is Brian, so just call me that.
Just go follow him on whatever you want to plug.
We'll see you on the next one.